Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Cereal Review, the show where I review cereal for you. And today, I have Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yep, we're doing another big one today. All the General Mills cereals seem to be pretty well known, pretty popular. This is one of the ones that gets a lot of attention. Advertisements are everywhere for Cinnamon Toast Crunch with the little mascots, which are literally just the cereal pieces. The whole thing is that they taste so good they want to eat each other, and that's the theme of everything. I remember those commercials were around when I was younger. Still doing it now. I guess it works. So Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I'll say it right now. I do think it's quite tasty, but the strange thing about it is that I personally, I don't know if this is the same for anybody else, but for me personally, though I do find it quite good, it's a cereal I get sick of quite fast. So about halfway through this box, I'll probably not want to eat anymore, and I'll probably put it away and then finish it in a couple weeks or something. So yeah, it's strange. Happens with some other cereals too. This is one of the big ones, probably one that sticks the most out to me. If that happens to any of you, let me know because it's hard to explain, but you know what I'm talking about. You have that feeling probably with some sort of food. It doesn't have to be a sort of cereal, but it's so good, and then you just have a bit too much of it, and you don't want to look at it anymore. That's me with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So luckily for today, I'm just having one bowl for the video to tell you what I think about it, and I'll probably eat some more. And I also haven't had it in a while, so I'm looking at this without any of those thoughts. So pour some of it out. Oh, and if you're wondering, hey, if you get so sick of it, why'd you buy the big family size box? Well, I just got this when I was out of the store, and it was the same price as the normal size box, so why not? I mean, I'll eat all of it at some point, so. Okay, there we go. This cereal actually is pretty big cereal pieces overall, I'd say, compared to some others. Look at that right there. They're square-ish. Some of them will end up looking more like rectangles. A lot of them end up being kind of curled like that. But you can really see you can see the cinnamon sugar. If you like cinnamon toast, you sprinkle cinnamon on it and stuff like that. Yeah, it's there definitely. Some of them have more than others. Some of them have more like the cinnamon, wavy cinnamon lines on them. But overall, they all taste about the same. So here we go. Very crunchy cereal. Yeah, it's good. I would not eat this dry. Don't do it. It's so messy. You think the cereals that have the coating on it and they're all sticky is bad? Oh, this is way worse. Yeah, no, it's literally just loose sugar put on top of it. It's already all over. So yeah, it tastes good. I wouldn't eat it dry. Just don't do it. But I don't think anyone would think to eat it that way. But in case you were thinking about it, all right, pour the milk in. Okay. Here we go. First, bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch in a while. Still very crunchy. This is a cereal, another one that takes a little bit to get soggy. You got some time, and it's very good. If you do like that cinnamon sugar taste on, I don't know, like cinnamon toast, which this is supposed to be emulating Cinnamon Toast Crunch after all, or cinnamon rolls, that sort of thing. You're probably gonna like this if you do eat cereal. You've probably had it before in that case, but if you haven't, that's what it's going for. It's called Cinnamon Toast Crunch because it's supposed to be cinnamon toast as little crunchy pieces. Like I said, it is quite crunchy. It does get that flavor across pretty well. I wouldn't say it's perfect though, because when you have a toast and you put some cinnamon sugar on it, have some cinnamon toast, it's warm, right? Because you just made toast. And then this is cold because of the milk, hopefully, and it's not the same. There's something about having cinnamon toast. It's nice and warm and buttery, and you got the cinnamon sugar on it to give it that nice sweetness to it. It's just not the same. I mean, sure, you get I guess the crunch from the toast. That's kind of the same, but I don't know. I think it's the fact that it's not warm toast. It's not exactly the same thing. It's still good, but it does its best. It doesn't quite get there though. Yes, and then the other thing with this is that uh, when it does start to get soggy and everything starts to go out into the milk, all the cinnamon sugar pieces that are stuck onto it, it kind of loses some of that punch. The ones that have a coating on it, the cereals that have the sugary coating on it, it mixes in with the milk very nicely. It incorporates into it, or if it's a chocolate cereal, makes the milk chocolatey, as we've seen with some of the ones that I've tried here. But this, yeah, you can see the cinnamon and the sugar in the milk if I can get a little bit of it there. Most of it's falling out, but you get some in it. You can see it floating in the milk, but it doesn't really add to the taste of it. Mostly it just kind of tastes like just sweet milk, and there's no specific taste to it. Most of the cinnamon gets lost, so it's a bit unfortunate. The other issue is the cereal pieces themselves. Once it all starts to go out into the milk, the cereal loses a lot of its taste, and because the milk's not picking up a lot of that cinnamon taste, you're mostly just getting kind of a sugary sweetness with like cereal pieces that are a bit crunchy, and then when they start to get soggy, they even lose that. So I don't know. It's interesting because I think maybe this is the problem I have with the cereal, but why I get so sick of it is it tastes so good right at first, but then as it sits there and you get through the bowl, it just gets kind of meh, maybe even bad in a certain way. I don't think this is a bad cereal, but something about the letting it sit there, it diluting into the milk, it's just not as good as other cereals. I would rather eat like Reese's Puffs or something where the flavor at least gets caught in it. The Pebble cereals, those basically turn to liquid the second you put the milk in, basically. But at least the flavor still stays in with all of it, so you're not losing that much on it. All you're really losing is any crunchiness from the cereal. But this, you're losing the crunchiness and you're losing a lot of the flavor. So is it worth it overall? I don't know. I'd say if I was like ranking all of these out of the ones I've done so far, this is probably going to be more towards the bottom. Granted, I've only really reviewed like one cereal that I think was actually bad, which is the Honey O's, and then like the Cheerios and the Chex are like whatever basically, because that's what they are. They're just like basic bland cereal, and that's the whole point of them. So I can't fault them too much for that. But this, it's not supposed to be that, but it kind of ends up being that. So if I was ranking all these, this would probably be like just above the Honey O's. And if this is a tier list, this gets like a low C or like maybe a high D. So I'm not going to be ranking the cereals as I review them. I'm just giving that as like an example. It could be so much better. I know there's some other versions of the cereal, like the churros one, that I've actually never tried, so maybe I'll try that in the future and see how different it is, if it is at all. If you've ever tried it, let me know, because I'm interested to see if the churro cereal is any different. But yeah, this is a cereal that it's so good at first, and then just loses everything, and it could be so much better. I'd be interested to see if like General Mills ever changes Cinnamon Toast Crunch, if they could find a way to make it keep some more of that flavor in instead of just losing all of it in the milk. I don't know how they do that, but I would really love to see them do that. And like, don't get me wrong. Kids probably aren't going to care that much because they'll probably just eat it all right away, anyways, and the characters are fun. But if you're like me, you're older now, you're still eating cereal, you just enjoy it. I don't know. I'd skip this personally. It's just unless you really really love the cinnamon sugar taste, you absolutely love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I mean, it does taste good. I'll give you that, but. Just for me, I don't know. This is why I always kind of get a little bit flaky on this, I think. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. It's pretty soggy now, but like I said, it's not. It's pretty much nothing at this point. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new here. Leave any comments and suggestions about what I should try next. I'm open to try all sorts of cereals. So thank you for watching. Have a good day. See ya.